Welcome everyone, thank you guys for joining this ORLSA SSR stock racing with the Formula Fords. Waiting for Jester to ready up and then we can go. One setting still that needs to be changed. Still in order. Okay. Waiting for the guys to ready up. This is going to be an interesting race. Looks like everyone is go. Let's get qualifying started. I'm hoping to see some good liveries today. See what the guys have come up with. As you guys can see, they just started now. It is ghosted. It's a very short track. It's like a minute and 5 seconds, I believe. Already Venom going wide on the first corner. Okay, so everyone is on their first lap, and let's see who we actually have in here. So we've got F50 Venom, then we've got Gooster, actually with a black and blue livery, it looks very good. Then we've got Aster in a red and black livery, looks like a tire mark, and I believe we are losing someone very early. Yui already disconnecting. That is unfortunate. And then we've got Light Rex as well. He's sporting a white livery. Gonna see when you get on board. Yeah, white livery, it looks good. And then we've got Remington as well. Remington white and blue with black as well. Guys definitely put in some effort here. Gonna see the we've got Swart Wolf as well. This is one of the newer guys who joined the AM group in the main series with the previous race, or the first race of the year. We've got Super Van Roy as well. He's in the semi-pro class, and he's sporting a white, it's silverish, yellow and black. Actually, well done. These guys have really put in some effort with their liveries. And we've got Legit Spice with yellow and black. We're back on Light Rex. Got here as well with Jester. TBR Jester is also sporting a yellow livery. Venom. Ezekiel, red and white. Looks like he's got a heart on the front of his car, but it could be an M. I'll have to find out the details from him, because from the one angle it looks like an M, and from the other angle it looks like a heart. Hey, so who have I missed here? Is there Remington? Skommeltolly, sporting a very black livery on his car. Okay, so let's start at the beginning and let's see. So far we've got Gooster with a lap of 1 minute 5.073. I'm going to be on board with him a bit as he completes his third lap and starts the fourth. And that is a lap time of 104.1. That's a very good lap. And in second place we've got Legit Speech with a 104.9. And then we've got Remington. Oh no, wait. Skommeltolly just went second with a 104.8. We've got Remington with a 105.7. Swartville for the 105.9. As I said, it might be that a couple of guys have gotten dirty laps. Because we've got Acer with a 105.4, but he's still down in 8th place, I believe. Goofster is about to finish his lap. Let's see if he can improve on his lap time. No, he did not. He went slower by 0.052 of a second. Skommeltolly is about to finish as well. Skommeltolly is parked on the side of the road. Is he waiting to finish? So far, yeah, he's going to be second. That's a very good result for him. Okay. He goes over the line and qualifying is done. Now it's on to the race itself. Just gonna set up the lobby and everything. This will give the guys a bit of a smoke break. Let's get the qualifying grid done. I'm going to set up the race and everything. I'm going to get the details again. I can't remember how many laps. Okay, so it's 18 laps. Laps, 1 pit stop, and they have to pit between lap 8 and 9. It's the grid. Okay, so we've got Goofster in first place. And we've Skommeltolly in second. in third. Remington in fourth. Desta in fifth. Art Wolf in sixth place. Okay. Venom in seventh. Venom in seventh. Easter in eighth. Super Van Roy in 9. Light Rex in Ezekiel 11th and you 12th, and Make My Day, who did not qualify, will then be in 13th place. That means there's 13 guys ready to race. It's 100% correct. Check the grid order again. Make sure I've got everything right. Clinton, Jester, Swart Wolf, Venom, Easter, and Boy, Light Rex, Ezekiel, Yui, and then Make My Day. Okay, and then one more change that needs to be done is the end of race timer is now 10 minutes instead of 6 minutes. That should be perfect now. Okay, as soon as everyone is ready to go, then we can get this over and done with. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be interesting. These cars are a bit slower than your Formula Ford cars, but easier to handle. But it also means because they're slower, the guys are going to be grouping up together for some interesting racing. Just want to quick check. One second, guys. Okay, it seems that everyone is ready and I'm on spectate and let's go. Everyone's ready and race is starting. There's nervous times for everyone on the grid. Oh, taking long to pull away. What's going on? Is there a problem with the lights? And off they go. We've got Goofster already dominating from the start, with Legit Speed actually going in front of Skommeltolly into the first corner. Let's just remove the map. Oh, and we've got some contact at the back. I'm not sure who that was. Let's quickly see if I can jump on board with them. No, it's too late for that. I think they already spun around and is facing the right direction again. We've got Supervan Roy and Remington at the back. Now I think it was Remington that was facing the wrong way there. Some interesting. These guys need to get used to the cars. And we get I think it is Aister going wide in the red car, yes. And now we've got Venom going wide, Yui putting to the side of the road. I think he's testing if he's got damage, and I believe he did receive some damage. But yeah, these guys are racing very close to each other. As you guys can see here with on board from Aister, he's right on the back of Skommeltolly, hassling him down the straight. And all these cars are equal, so he's going to have to use the... Oh, and this contact as Skommeltolly tried to avoid, I think it was Remington in front of him. He got knocked on the back from Aister, and that's almost spun him around. Oh, interesting racing so far. Now we've got Goofster just dominating at the front. He's got a good lead over Legit Speed now, and Legit Speed and CBR Jester is actually heading into a battle now. I'm going to jump on board with Jester and see if he can get the jump on Legit Speed and get his focus on Goofster at the front. I actually want to see what the speeds are these guys are doing. I'm just going to bring up the dashboard. As you guys can see, it's glitching. I'm going to jump on board with Legit Speed here as he's trying to keep ahead of Jester. Oh, Jester going very wide into turn 2, or no, that's turn 3 I believe, with the after the chicane. Heading up to the beautiful section of the hotel where they're going to drive underneath the hotel. Brilliant scenery around this track. Let's see where Lightrex is coming up. Is in the white Mazda here at the back in 4th place. There's a bit of a gap between himself and the 3rd place of Jester. And it doesn't look like he's closing the gap though. Now the gap is currently at 230 meters. I'm just going to change the gap so it shows time intervals behind each driver. Yeah, we've got Aister now way at the back. He was battling Skommeltolly at the beginning of this lap, and now he's all the way down in 13th place. As you guys can see, he's got some scrapes on the front of this car. And actually surprising, these cars do over 200 k's per hour down the straight. We've got Yui currently running around in 12th place. Oh, and this means someone is disconnecting. Who is it? Oh, it's a long one. Let's see. And it looks like we have lost Ezekiel. Oh my word, that is unfortunate. And Gusto with a 103. He is definitely heating up the pace at the front. Now we've got Super Van Roy in 10th place. It looks like he is catching the guys. It's only 2 seconds down from F50 Venom. But if you're looking at F50 Venom, we've got, it looks like 4 or 5 guys within striking distance of each other. We've got Swartwolf, Venom, and ORLSA Remington side by side. Swartwolf outbreaking himself and giving up 2 positions there. Venom still on the back of Remington. Oh, this is an interesting battle. Where is Venom going to try and go for the overtake? He was looking at the inside there, but it's a very tight corner to try and do an overtake at. He's trying to keep his lines very tight. So there's an option for an overtake coming through to the final corner. Let's see if he can get it done. No, he's going to slot right behind him. He's got a better drive out of the final corner. And let's see if he can use the slipstream and head for turn 1 overtake. And he's going for it on the inside. And he's got him. Is he going to be able to slow the car down? Side by side through the chicane. He wasn't brave enough on the power there. And he slots right back behind Remington. Oh, and there's contact between Remington and Venom. Oh, and Swartwolf is just picking up the pieces there, gaining the 2 places that he's lost. He just gained back again. Oh, Venom will be unlucky there. Let's see if there's any other battles going around. It looks like Aister is actually on the back of Yui there. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's actually gotten past Yui. Yui is struggling a lot with these cars. The 2 red cars battling it out here at the back. And they've got Super Van Roy within touching distance as well. This is a very good battle for... it looks like it's coming from 7th place up until 12th, where the guys are within touching distance. We've got Skommel Tolly running here on his own, currently in 6th place. Make My Day from last, he's currently running 5th, and he is looking to overtake Lightrex. The maroonish color that he's running here, very metallic red. Let's see if he can close the gap between himself and Lightrex. Lightrex is also not closing the gap between himself and CBR Jester in 2nd place. But Jester and Legit Species is having a very good battle as well. I'm going to jump on board with that battle. Let's see if the Jester can get past the Jet Space. This is a very close battle between these 2. The Jet Space going in wide into the final corner, and it gives him a bit of a slingshot. Oh, and that is Jester into the pit at the end of lap 8. There's only 2 pit stops, or 2 laps where they can pit. It's lap 8 or lap 9. They are currently just started lap 9, so I believe The leader will be coming in the next lap. He's heading up to the hotel section. Very fast sweeping right-hander, and then leading up to very tight right-hander, and then finishing in the hotel section underneath the hotel with two left-handers, and then coming up to the final tight corner. Not too tight on the exit, and he goes straight into the pit, almost ran it into the wall. He's currently in the pit. We've got Legit Spies also in the pit. For a minute there he went into first place, and then he's all the way down to third now. But there is also someone else in the pit with him. Let's see if Jester can take that spot off Legit Spies by putting a lap earlier. His tires will be hotter now. Let's see if he can take that spot. He actually lost time. Let's see as they exit the chicane, how far behind is he? Oh, Legit Spies missed the entire corner there. And that gave Jester the second place there. Can you believe it? It's own mistake that cost him second place. I want to see if there's any other battles going on around the track. We've still got Make My Day trying to hunt down Light Rex here. Tolly on his own in 6th place. Not hassling anyone, just driving his own race. Now Super Van Roy is now currently in 12th place. And quite a distance behind, 8 seconds behind Yui, and then the from 11th place up into 8th place is all together. Yui currently at the back of this train. He's going for the dive on the inside of Aister, just too far back. And they can see Swartwolf is currently in 8th. And they can actually see Venom running in 7th place. This can become a very tight battle with 6 laps left. Wolf going through the left-handers underneath, and it looks like Yui's past Aister. Yes, Yui has just overtaken Aister. Aister's going to have none of that. He's going to try and come back. He's on the slipstream. Wide entry with a very tight exit. He's on the power. Let's see if Aister can come on the inside, and it is on the slipstream. Let's see if he can go for the dive on the first corner. He's staying in line, trying to make sure he doesn't lose it again. Yui is very slow off the chicane, which gives Aister an opportunity to get back at him. Aister very tight. Next couple of corners is very crucial to the lap as well. So easy to underbrake yourself into this very tight right-hander. Yui almost drifting for us. And Aister is really hassling Yui now. Yui's under a lot of pressure. Aister's going to try everything now. Yui is braking way too early, locking up his brakes, and it looks like Aister's got the inside, and Aister has actually overtaken Yui again. This is a very interesting battle. Now Yui is going to try and get back at him at the first corner. Let's see who's going to be bravest on the brakes. Yui doesn't go for the inside line. He's trying to stick it on the outside and getting his lines very tight, hitting the apexes. And he's going for the inside move. Side by side. Coming through this very crucial section now again. Yui hitting the apex nicely. Oh, overshooting his brakes. That's going to give Aister the opportunity to break away. We've got Remington in between Swartwolf and Aister now. Aister getting past Yui now. He's going to set his eyes now on 9th place. With Swartwolf currently in 8th. It looks like Aister is lining up a move for the first corner. He might just be too far back. Oh, someone locking brakes. Oh, and we've got Remington and Aister touching the Yui trying to come back at Aister. Oh, this is interesting racing. Very close. And the guys are sticking it out there. Oh, what happened with Jester? Jester is currently in 11th place. Oh my word, the Jester had to go pit again. He went from 3rd to... Did he perhaps have an incident? Wait, there's a lot of changes. We've got Light Rex currently 2nd with Make My Day chasing him. We still got Goofster at the front with almost a 20-second gap. Whereas Legit Space has dropped down to 4th. The Legit Space and Jester had a get together and caused Jester to drop down to 11th place. And it looks like Super Van Roy might have also been involved. Super Van Roy is now at the back in 12th position and a lap down. And we've got Remington and Aister still going at it on the 16th lap. And Aister's trying to go for the inside. Oh, Yui losing it on the braking. Jester's going to try and get past Yui. And at the same time, Aister's going to try and get past Remington here. These cars are very close. We've got Aister coming up the inside again of Remington. I'm jumping to the wrong car here. I want to see if Aister is going to go for the inside. And we've got, in the same breath, we've got Aister going for the inside. Oh, and there's contact between the two. And this is bringing all 4 of them very close to each other. Aister, Remington, and we've got Jester going on the inside of Yui. And he had to get out of that move. These 4 are so close to each other. They've got 2 laps left. Jester will definitely want to get past all 4 of these guys. Will it be possible in these 2 laps? And Jester has got past Yui. Yui went way too wide underneath the hotel section there. Jester trying to show the guys that he's there. We've got Remington trying to go for the inside of Aister. This is a very good view. And we've got Yui also trying to come back at Jester. Not good enough from Yui at that moment. Jester very late on the brakes, closing the gap between himself and Remington. Will it be enough to actually get close enough to overtake him? on this final lap. And I believe that the leader has crossed the line or is about to cross the line. And Goofster coming through to the same section where the other guys are. And someone has just dropped out of the race. Is that Remington? Remington DCing out of the race. That is unfortunate. Goofster getting a bit sideways on that corner. Just overtook Jester there. Coming through to the final corner. He's going to take the win of the first race around Yas Marina, letting Jester unlap himself. And Goofster wins the race with Lightrex catching up now. Lightrex in the final corner, coming through to the start finish line now. Lightrex with a very good second place, and then we've got Make My Day not too far behind him, coming through in third, and then Legit Spies in fourth. I would want to know what happened with Legit Spies and CBR Jester. And then Skommel Tolly in fifth place. And we've got Venom currently running around in sixth, coming through the final corner as he heads to the start finish line now. And that is a good sixth place for Venom. The Swart Wolf in seventh. Easter in eighth. Easter couldn't get past Swart Wolf at the end. Yui in ninth. CBR Jester in 10th. And then we're waiting for Super Van Roy as he heads up to the final line. Very well deserved win there for Goofster. He definitely dominated. Time to get the settings ready for the next race, which is around Kota. And the track is Kota West. Oh, I can't remember at times. There. Oh, 17 laps. One quick stop. That's car needs to go from is the Ford. And then there's a lot of Fords to work through to get to the Formula Ford. This is the correct options. One driver. First with best, second Yui, third fourth. Dolly. My trip. Milan has just joined, but already set up. We're just waiting for everyone to select their cars and then we can start the racing. Finish with restart. Waiting for Seems that everyone ready. I'm just gonna double check the grid, make sure that we spotted where he is slotting, and yes, he's slotting. He's supposed everyone is ready. And we are going to launch this race. This is a very difficult track, very technical. Let's see after the previous race if they can keep it calm. Cooper and Roy at the front. Everyone getting a very nice start. Omoltoli on the inside. Yo, Yui going for the lead. Overshooting himself there. There's a bit of contact. Oh! And there is a lot of damage right there now. Guys trying too fast to get... Trying to get up the grid too fast. Ending up in a lot of incidents. And at this stage, Jester is at the front with Skomoltoli right behind him. Is Skomoltoli going to go for the inside? Yes, he is. Is he out braking himself? No, he's not. Want to move Swartwolf drifting at the back there. And Skomoltoli taking the lead. Jester is having none of that. Jester on the inside. Oh, there's contact. Skomoltoli still not having any of it. Back on the inside. Oh my word, this is close racing. These guys are going at it on the first lap. There's 17 laps more to go. These guys should chill out. Don't take each other out. Raak rustig. And we've got Lightfix again in fourth here. He's on the back of Legit Spies. Legit going a bit wide. Make my day on the wrong line there. I want to stay on board with Lightrex as he goes for the inside, outside. He's back on the inside again. That Rex, yeah, he went for the inside and he's bullying himself through Legit Spies. Legit starting in right behind him, and he's got Goofster currently on the back of him now. The Goofster came from the back of the grid. He's currently in 5th place. I'm sure the first corner carnage helped him a lot to get up there as well. A lot of guys drifting at the back, Aster being one of them. Oh, and we've got Lightrix off the road there. He just got into 2nd place or 3rd place, and now he's back down to 4th again with Goofster on the back of Jester now. Goofster setting his sights now on Omoltoli. A very good view from up there. Is Legit gonna go for the inside? No, he's not. These guys are still sticking it very close to each other. I'm gonna run from the back and we're gonna see who's in what position. So we've got Venom currently running around in 12th place. He's got a huge gap. I'm going to change the distance readings now. Super Van Roy currently in 11th, right on the back of Ezekiel now. Let's just change this to just the gaps. So we want time intervals. That's the one that we can work on. Super Van Roy less than a second behind Ezekiel. And we've got Remington also on the back of Yui here. Let's see if he can get past. Remington almost going too wide there. Remington not getting any closer to Yui. He's keeping the Yui honest at this stage. Yui can't make any mistake, otherwise Remington is going to be past him. Let's see who else is there that is in a close battle. We've got still Bart Wolf here on his own in 7th place. We've got Aister in 6th. And there's a nice train here building up from 2nd place all the way to 6th place. We've got Legit Space leading it from I mean 3rd place to 6th place. We've got Legit Space in 3rd, and then he's got a half a second gap over Light Rex, who has got a 1.5 second gap over Make My Day. And then we've got Aister also within touching distance. I believe Aister is also like a second behind Make My Day. It's less than a second, it's almost half a second. And then we've got a 4-second gap to Swart Wolf. And then behind Swart Wolf, we've still got the battle between Remington and Yui. And Remington has actually gotten past Yui. Did Yui make a mistake into the first corner? It'll be interesting to find out what exactly happened there. But Remington is now putting his foot down. He is creating a gap between himself and Yui. The question is, will he be able to catch up to Swart Wolf that's currently in 7th place? There is a, let's see, it is a 3-second gap between himself and Swart Wolf. And then we've got Aister on the back of Make My Day, less than a half a second. This is some interesting racing between these 4 guys here. Can Aister get past Make My Day? Aister not close enough. And we've got Light Rex making a move on Legit Space here. Let's see if we can get closer. We can't get closer than side by side. Oh, this is interesting. Legit Space defending every inch of track that he can. Light Rex struggling to get by, but these two battling is bringing Make My Day and Aister closer to them. And Light Rex gonna try and go for the inside. No, Legit Space closes him down, and Aister too close to Make My Day, had to avoid there, ran a bit wide, losing a bit of time. And Light Rex much tighter through this very long right-hander. Still not close enough to get past. Legit locking up and giving Light Rex the opportunity to go for the inside on the final corner. What's going to happen here? Legit drifting a bit and slotting in right behind Light Rex. The Light Rex is now ahead of Legit Space, but Legit Space is going to go for the inside. No, he's going to go for the outside of the first corner. Light Rex very defensive, meaning he's going to run a bit wide, opening the door again for Legit Space to come past. Side by side, once again, Light Rex just slotting in ahead of Legit Space again, and Make My Day is right behind Legit Space now. All 3 of them are drifting a bit. And Aister is also now in the mix. Is Legit Speed's going to go for the dive on the inside? No, he's not. He's trying to keep his line clean and tight so that he can follow Lightrix into a mistake that he can get past. Oh, this is a very good battle between these four guys. And at the front we still got Skomoltoli leading, and he's got a comfortable lead over Goofs. Well, I say comfortable, but if you look at the gap, it's just over a second. It could be even less than a second right now, and it's 1.2 seconds. So Skomoltoli is driving like a maniac currently to stay ahead of Goofster. I want to head back to this battle for third place, and it's still close, as you guys can see. There's half a second between Lightrix and Legit Speed, and then another half a second to Make My Day, and another half a second to Aister. So it is literally 1.5 seconds between four guys. This is very interesting racing. Oh, Lightrix getting it wrong and had to avoid a collision there, and this putting him on the back foot. And managing to keep that of third place, but Legit Speed is having none of it. He wants that third place. He's pushing, and at the back we've got Make My Day and Aister also pushing hard. Aister trying everything to get past Make My Day. Oh, Make My Day into the wall. Hopefully he didn't get any damage there. He went straight on the grass into the wall, and it seems that he is going a bit slower. He might have picked up a bit of damage. Aister has now dropped back a bit from Legit Speed. Legit Speed still on the back of Lightrix. So we've got Venom running in 12th place. He is 27 seconds behind Super Van Roy, and Super Van Roy is not too far from Ezekiel. This is less than a half a second. Can Super Van Roy actually get past Ezekiel? Ezekiel made a bit of a mistake. Very slow out of the final two corners. The Super Van Roy is going to head for the inside. Oh! That was a bit of a dirty move, I would say, from Ezekiel, as Super Van Roy tried to go past. Ezekiel just closed the gap completely on Super Van Roy and pushed him into the wall. That will definitely be investigated after the race. And now we've got Swart Wolf in 9th place. He went wide off track as we caught him trying to get back on track here now. Locking his brakes. He's struggling with this car. It's a very difficult car to drive. The traction is very low. It's so easy to start drifting these cars and then losing it at the end. We've got Remington still running around in 8th place. Remington has got a gap between himself and Yui. In front of him, it looks like he could be closing the gap. It's 2 seconds right now. Yui going into the pits, and then the gap between Remington and Swart Wolf is 10 seconds. And I believe Yui has hit the entrance of the pit. And that will cost him a lot of time if he did. We've got Make My Day still currently in 6th place. It doesn't look like he actually got some damage there. He's right behind Aister again, closing the gap slowly. We've got Aster running around in 5th. It doesn't seem that he is getting closer to Legit Space. And Legit Space is on the back of Lightrick. And we've got a battle for the lead actually between Skommeltolly and Goofster here. Skommeltolly going way too defensive. And Goofster is going to go up the inside. Oh, are we losing someone? Oh, in the thick of the action. Oh, Goofster and Skommeltolly both going into the pits. The one had to give it to the other one. Very interesting. And we have Swart Wolf and Ezekiel also out. So we've got Jester, Ezekiel and Swart Wolf all out of the race. And everyone is going into the pits. As they get out of the pits again, Skommeltolly is still in first place with Goofster right behind him. This is going to be an epic final 7 laps. Goofster going a bit wider so you can get tighter on the exit. And Skommeltolly still have the edge as these two battle it out for the lead. Skommel a bit sideways, still getting used to the cold tires. Ooh, and Goofster on the inside, making it look very easy. Skommeltolly dropping back down to 2nd now. Is that Skommeltolly's chances of the race win gone now? He will be kicking himself, overestimating the cold tires, and that has definitely cost him first place right now. Let's see if he can get back at Goofster here. Oh, he's going for the inside. Oh, this is very close between these two. Skommel go for it on the first corner. Just line yourself up, get in the slipstream. The final corner exit. Goofster sideways, losing a lot of traction. That will give Skommeltolly motivation for that first corner. Let's see if Skommeltolly is going to lick a stamp and send it on the first corner. No, he's not. He's sticking. Oh, wait, he is. He's going to go for it. There's a bit of contact. Not too much. It doesn't look like anyone got damage. And Skommeltolly races on the outside of Goofster and takes first place again. Oh, this is an interesting battle for... But Skommeltolly outbraking himself again. Brought it back nicely to stay ahead of Goofster. This is the section where Skommeltolly struggled the previous lap. And Goofster is passed again. So are we going to see another dive from Skommeltolly? No. Almost, that was very close. Goofster closed the door on the Skommeltolly right there. Skommel staying on the back of Goofster for now. We're heading up to the very long right, and it looks like Goofster's got the bite between his teeth now. He's opening a bit of a gap, and it doesn't look like Skommeltolly can give any answers now. That gap is increasing. It's now just over half a second, and it's getting bigger by the moment. And Super Van Roy staying out of the way as he gets lapped. And Lightrick still currently running around in 3rd place. Oh, and we've got Legit Space going for the move. What's happening here? Legit Space on the outside. He's going to have a tighter exit. And Lightrick closes the door but loses a lot of traction. And Legit Speed's on the inside, not fast enough. Coming up to the very tricky section, which is so easy to lose it. Lightrix showing right there how easy it is to lose it. Missed the braking point and he went on straight. For now, still keeping his third position. Oh, and on the grass, and Legit Speed followed him and make my day as well. Woo, this is way too close for comfort. Lightrix a bit wide. Legit Speed on the outside now. Oh, this is very close racing. Legit Speed's gonna go for the inside. Make my day on the outside. Oh, make my day going way too wide there. Manages to save it and bring it right back. He's gonna attack Legit Speed now. Whew, this is so close. Legit for now still staying in 4th place. And the battle between Make My Day and Legit is... Oh! And there's contact. Legit Speed drifting through the second last corner. And the battle between Legit Speed and Make My Day is gonna hand 3rd place to Lightrix. They need to work together to catch back on the lead that Lightrix has built now. Make My Day still very close to Legit Speed. Aster not going anywhere at this stage. Ezekiel, how's it, man? Oh, dude, that sucks that your internet is so bad. I think everyone is still struggling with a bit of internet connections, man. You joining an interesting battle here between Lightrix, Legit Speed, and Make My Day. Make My Day going for the inside. Aster also not too far behind. Make My Day taking 4th place from Legit Speed. Legit Speed went from 3rd all the way down to 5th already in just the space of a couple of laps. And this battle is definitely letting Lightrix run away in 3rd place. If you guys are wondering, the Goofster has just opened up a lead over Skommeltully after he got past. It was a very good battle between these two for a couple of laps. And then when Goofster got by, he got by with some intent. The gap currently is 3.5 seconds. And Goofster is just driving away at the front. Cool and calm as always. And Make My Day trying to close the gap between himself and Lightrix now. The gap currently is, I think I saw it was 1.5 seconds. I'll just confirm it when it gets past again. Yeah, dude, it is a lot of fun. The stock car racing brings a different vibe to it, because at this stage anyone can win it. So there's no tuning involved. So it's very exciting racing. Let's see if the gap is now 1.6 seconds between Make My Day and Lightrix. Let's see, there's still 3 or 4 laps to go. Can Make My Day close that gap? And Speed's drifting, and that's going to give Aster the opportunity to go on the inside, but Aster also drifting and giving space back again. Skommeltully with a 1 minute 35.6 and Goofs with a 1 minute 35 dead. Make My Day is definitely closing the gap slowly. Legit Speed running very wide, and Aster on the inside. Is he gonna have the... Let's see what happens between these two guys. Legit Speed still keeping ahead of Aster. And some very good racing currently. Yui had a very bad start. He was up there in first place into the first corner, and things just went sideways from there. And then at one stage he was pointing the wrong direction. And Super Van Roy is, okay, he is currently lapped in 10th place. But Venom running around in 9th place. He's got a 40-second gap between himself and Remington. Remington is 11 seconds behind Yui. So at this stage, the biggest battle we've got is between Aster and Legit Spies, and then Make My Day and Lightrex. It seems that Lightrex is just focusing on his lines now. He's keeping Make My Day at bay for now. Let's see what the gap is for now. That is 1.1 seconds currently. Still very close between these four guys. Mistake from either of them, and it's basically race over with 2 laps left. Lightrex with a bit of a drift, and Make My Day not close enough to actually punish him. Let's see if the Jet Spies can keep his fifth place for now. It definitely seems that he has dropped Aster by a bit. Van Roy still running around, currently in 10th place, enjoying the scenery, trying to catch up to Venom, which I doubt that will happen before the end of this race. And we've got Goofster already on the back of I'm actually going to stick on board with Goofster now, as he's already in his final lap. And he's heading up to lap Venom here in front of him. And as you guys can see, Skommeltoddy in the background there, not getting any closer. A bit of a drift from him there. Venom staying out of the way. Oh, Goofster almost losing it there. Is he trying to show off, or is he going to lose it? He's making a lot of people nervous right now, especially himself. Brilliant shots from above here as Goofster heads to the final 2 corners. One more corner to go, and then he would have taken the double tonight, winning the first race. And then, well, dude, you should have seen him 2 years ago when he first joined ORLSA to now. He's definitely improved a lot. And that is Goofster with the win. And Skommeltoddy currently in 2nd place over the line. And then we've got the exciting battle here with Lightrex finishing in 3rd and Make My Day in 4th. Legit Spies coming around in 5th place with Aster in 6th place. And then 7th place we've got Yui coming through the final corner right now. Yui finishing in 7th place. Yui will definitely be disappointed, as at one stage of the first corner he was pointing the wrong direction. And then we've got Remington finishing in 8th place, coming over the line right now. And then F50 Venom, a couple of corners left to go, as he will then finish in 9th place. Coming through the very long right-hander, heading up to the double left-hander, first part, coming up to the final part, final corner, to finish the race in 9th place. I see there's a fire truck standing there on the side. It's for in case people like this end up in the wall and in flames. A very good finish there from Venom in 9th place. And then we've got Super Van Roy coming around in 10th place to the final section of this magnificent track. A very long right-hander ahead. A very quick corner with I believe it's a triple apex corner. That is a very, very long corner. On the back of Remington here, that's already finished the race. Coming through to the final corner. Remington's avatar holding him back a bit. It's coming over the line in 10th place as the race finishes. We had some very good excitement there. Let's see with the final standings. Got Booster, Skummeltolly, Lightrex, Make My Day, Legit Spies, Easter, Yui, Remington, Venom, Super Van Roy, and then we've got Swart Wolf disconnecting, Ezekiel disconnecting, and CBR Jester also disconnecting. Making up the final spots of this race. That was very interesting racing, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining the race, and I hope you guys also enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a fantastic evening further. So thank you guys, and cheerios.